review of the smoke in the campground?
Smoke-Free Air Act went into effect as of July 1st. Basically says, all enclosed public places and workplaces got to be smoke-free, and all government buildings have to be smoke-free, and the surrounding public grounds. So that issue of surrounding public grounds is something where there's a little bit of gray area and a little bit of latitude goes to the councils then of each community as far as what you'd like to do. And the issues that we want to talk about would deal with campground, parks, and parking lots. The other potential one could be trails. Here's the status on the campgrounds is it is specifically allowed as a smoking area in what they call campsites and around campfires. Okay? And we've done some other checking with the state on other specific instances, such as the open shelter houses, and they say the open shelter houses, you can smoke in open shelter houses. The other one would be trails, and you can smoke on the trails. The one that seems to be the most questionable would be parking lots, and whether you would allow people to smoke in parking lots. It's come up with some of the area governments here recently. Carol considered it last month and had approved that smoking was allowable in the public parking lots. So you can look at it kind of like this. The parking lot thing is probably an issue we need to decide either way. Smoking is permitted in the campgrounds and in the shelters and in the parks, open parklands, unless the council would take some action to restrict it.
The main thing is just public buildings. I don't think we'd be able to enforce the parking lot. Or trail either. I was pushing it pretty far, but I think.
Did have some people asking this weekend if we were allowed smoking in the area.
Yeah, they did some checking specifically on the beer garden and said that smoking would be allowed in the beer garden this weekend. If the state would get any complaints about it, they just said we'd handle it on Monday. Well, we didn't hear anything from them today.
So if we have to take any action, if we take no action,
Then
what's the sound of it?
if there would be no action, smoking is allowed in the campground, smoking is allowed in the park, smoking is allowed on the trail. The gray area would then be parking lots.
Now, you guys are smoking now, over there? Can't work down that, can you?
If, whatever you have to do, you have to do. But if I have to quit smoking, I'm gonna chew.
Well, there's an incentive.
Well, you have a choice. Do you want me to spit in your face or blow smoke?
That'd make you a beauty, wouldn't it?
No. I understand the buildings, but when it's out in the open and not in a campground, I think that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if people wouldn't burn all their trash in the fire rings. I mean, all the toxic things we breathe in there, you know? But it's you guys' decision, not mine.
It'd be nice to have a motion, know where everybody stands for sure.
I don't know how you want to word it, but allow the smoking in the parking lots.
We have a clarification on that as far as open shelters, parklands, campsites.
I thought we were.
We are. We're covered on that, but this would just, I guess, reiterate the fact that.
Yep. All of the areas.
Okay, we have a second. Roll call.
Can I ask something about that, Scott?
Yes.
Like down at the shelter house, I know they aren't supposed to smoke on the patio and places down there and on the sidewalk around. Can we have sand buckets or something close to the shelter? Because when the shelter house gets used now, they're all standing away and there's 500 cigarette butts all around on the grass. Just like it is on Main Street, in the flower pots.
Yeah. My understanding of it, Ruth, is that we should not do anything to essentially encourage smoking, and that includes placement of ashtrays anyway, even if it's smoking.
Yeah.
So it looks better to have cigarette butts all over the yard.
Must be
Of
an
course
adult
not.
decision, throw them on the floor. Supposed to put them in your pocket, aren't you?
They don't wear the old bib overalls and turn the cuffs up anymore.
If we do ever designate an area, I'd completely go with those smokeless things rather than a bucket of cement.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if we could do that. I don't know if we can designate even a part of the park where you would kind of designate as a smoking area. You just say you can smoke in the park. And you're going to encourage a certain section of it to be the smokers.
And right outside the door, you can't smoke anywhere, you're supposed to do so many people don't think that.
Why see, you said there's
That is no.
no.
There is no distance requirement, which is,
Well, they emailed around about that, probably, I don't know, they said there was, and they said there wasn't.
just kind of the rule of thumb we got from the state is, so there's no smoking in the building or on the grounds. Certainly here at City Hall, it's well defined, you can't smoke anywhere, including on the sidewalk or anywhere like that. But say if you're at the Centennial Shelter House, that would be, you can't smoke in the building, you can't smoke on the outdoor patio, you can't smoke on the sidewalks leading up to it. But it's, we're saying you can smoke in the parks, you can go somewhere off of the grounds that are associated with the building.
So just take a step to the south. Off of the sidewalk.
Yeah, the other side of this is the enforcement side, and,
Enforcement's so slow.
we're not the enforcement now, the state is, and, it's not a, truthfully, not a top priority of the police department to address all that stuff.
You're gonna have somebody that's gonna argue the fact that it's a sidewalk, a trail.
Sure.
Roll call.
Okay, so this would allow smoking in all of this.
Yes.
Okay, Charles?
Yes.
Deacon? Yes. Overmore?